today's video, we're gonna go ahead, get the golf cart back out, do some riffs with the new upgrades that we got, and let's see what happens. Definitely bolted this down. Nope. So I'll go ahead and show you guys some more close-up shenanigans of what the hell we got going on here. This was like an 80s Honda Hurricane 600, I believe. Threw some makeshift wiring on it, and for the most part, it was half-ass welded in here, and we pretty much just finished welding up some more supports and whatnot, kind of re-welded some certain areas, but it's not going anywhere, I suppose. The one thing I don't like is how far it sticks above the seat. If I were to do this again, I'd definitely make sure to drop that motor as low as possible with still having a little bit of ground clearance, so that way we can work around the seat a little bit better. And I can't just take the intake off. I suppose if you wanted to, you'd pop this off, take the intake off, and make a new makeshift intake, so that way you could lose that much clearance. But my plan is to just build a nice little center console over it. You won't even know this bad boy's here. And it'll probably give me a couple cup holders. Not that I'm gonna need a cup holder for going 60 miles an hour in first gear, but let's go ahead and pop the air cleaner off, get to the carburetors, because you actually see all the gasket maker we threw on there to try and get that to seal up. At the time, you couldn't find a tube. I just watched eBay for the longest time and finally found one for sale, so let's get all this off and get to that fuel line. Oh, the air cleaner looks clean with the plug. Clamps loosened up here. Now I'll just try and wiggle this thing back and forth to see if it'll pop off of there. Alright. Throttle cable out of the way. Alright, so I kind of got the carburetor sliding apart here. I'm going to see if I can't wiggle that out of there. There we go. So you can see, I totally forgot about this, that somebody previously JB welded a 3/16 socket to the existing fuel port. And honestly, like, I think that was sealing. I think it was just these O-rings that were leaking or, you know, a little bit dry rotted. But anyways, here's a new one, what it should look like. So, not too bad. Let's go ahead and slap this back in there and pray we don't have any fuel leaks. I never like these O-rings. They seal good, but sometimes when you, like, slide them into stuff, they can pinch or roll up or, you know, tear. So best to lubricate them up a little bit and wish for the best of luck. That's not good. Where'd that little spring come from? Oh no. So this is what I'm trying to deal with. This little baby tiny little dinky thing of a spring has to go in there. It's like, why did it fall out in the first place? So I will go ahead and spend the next hour trying to get the spring that I can't hardly hold with my fingers down in there somehow, that's supposed to be 100% compressed. So see you in an hour. Alright, easy peasy. Not really. Let's go ahead and throw it back on. Turn the key and see what happens. So far, so good. I think we're in business. Fuel pump pressurize, and I don't have a single drip. Let's tighten those down and get that air box back on. Alright, we just buttoned up the carburetor to hopefully stop that leak. I'm excited to go see what these new tires, how much more traction they're going to get versus the bulb ones we had. And now that I'm not dumping my entire gas tank on the ground, maybe we can get a little bit of ride time quick before it gets too hot, since I don't have our new radiator mounted yet. But that being said, let's slap the seat on and roll her out of the garage. I think it's a little cold because it doesn't like dropping the clutch and taking off, and I mean the tires are digging like crazy. The one's a little bit flat, so we're going to throw some air in there. And then I noticed that front wheel, I still didn't tighten the lug nuts, so before I get a little crazy, I'm going to go ahead and tighten those.
Where's your pit crew? Oh, I found him. I did a little close-up on the
Around
kittens.
here, I'm the gas man, the driver, and the tire changer.
Well, there you have it. That's the golf cart. It is so much more aggressive with these back tires. It doesn't spin hardly at all. And also now when taking turns, if I turn, I can't remember if it's the left or right, but that side comes way up in the air, and just unbearable how much power this thing has. On the road, I was in second gear there, probably doing maybe 45, 50. And it's like, I looked at the front tires are straight, but I mean, the cart is doing this. It feels like it could just flip over and head straight to the ditch any second as soon as it gets on top of the power band. Just absolutely ridiculous. But I don't know, if you guys want to see some more of this in the next episode or something, we still got to do a radiator, new ignition, put some brakes on it, and probably make sure the rest of the wheels are bolted on. But for now, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you want to see some more ridiculous stuff like this. And we'll see you next week.